the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Hales Corner Speedway Sim Racing Series. Round number 12 tonight. Pro late models at Knoxville, reaching the halfway point of the season right here. Going to be on a quick break once we get through this week. The guys will be taking off for, I believe, Super Bowl and the Daytona 500 weekends. Don't want to interfere with those. Probably lose a bunch of drivers in it. But we are going to wrap up the halfway point with a fantastic show here tonight. I have seen a multitude of drivers checked in for this one, around 20. And joining me in the booth, he's not on the track tonight. Normally he'd be out there, but he's going to join me in the booth tonight for the late model portion of the show. Mr. Zach Krieger. Zach, you around, buddy?
I am indeed.
Well, halfway, and with a whole lot of shaking and rattling and rolling going on in this series. Still a pretty good turnout for all these guys.
Definitely looking to be about 20 cars tonight, so everybody's going to make the show, and it's going to be interesting to see a lot of these guys who can get it done. A lot of names that you might not usually see up at the front going to be up front, because a lot of names that we made at the front going to be not showing up tonight, so going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Grid, like you said, going to get shaken up, and we'll see where that sends everybody.
Yep, drivers coming, drivers going. A lot of the old familiar faces. The Duggars are all here. Got old pocket full of change. He's hanging around. I see him about sixth quickest right now. Fisher, Wood, Sobiek, Tofelski, Brunners. Both the Brunner boys here, I think. I thought I saw both names. Maybe not. Maybe I only see the 64 car. I don't see the 46.
46 in third right now.
Oh, yes, there he is. He is up at the top. So, yeah, pretty much everybody that should be here is. And, these guys got about 35 seconds before they get ready to get going here. Qualifying will be on tap. While they're qualifying, we're going to go ahead and go down trackside and get our pre-race ceremonies in. But 3 heat races, I saw that on the schedule for this evening. We'll go straight into what I think they'll probably have their B main, just because that's what they normally do. And if not, we'll go straight to our feature and have a good old time tonight. So let's get ready to head trackside, get things kicked off with tonight's opening ceremonies.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, back to it. Drivers out qualifying right now. Pretty much wrapping this thing up. 19 of our 20. And it looks like J.J. Schilling maybe not taking time in the qualifying session this evening. Right now, Cole Duggar, 18.55 seconds is our quickest. Then it's Nate Sievert and Rob Warren in behind that. I see Robert in chat. No, Tim, these are Pro Late models tonight. Hales Corners does a alternation between Pro Lates and the street stocks on a week-to-week basis. I don't know why this isn't coming up in my multi-chat here in OBS, but I'm having to look and watch the screens. So if I'm a little late getting to you guys, I know you're there. Just give us time to pick up on the chat. All right, now these guys pretty much done with qualifying. We're just waiting for the time to run out here.
Yep, about done now, so gonna move on to our heat race action. Looks to be 3 heats tonight. Run through the order of number 1.
Yeah, 3 heats, about 7 cars apiece. So 7, 7, and 6 is probably what we'll end up with. There we go. Now we're down there on the lineup. Here's the grid. For heat race number 1 on the pole, Fisher Motorsports number 41 of Ryan Fisher on his outside in the 55 car. That is the Mueller Sales and Service Incorporated machine of John Burnside. Your second row inside, Team Outlaw Motorsports driving the 069 Scott Bittinger. And his outside in the 11 car, your quick qualifier for the evening, Cole Duggar. Jason Enoch will start the 66 car on the inside of row number 3. And on his outside in the 017 is going to be Caden Carlson. And Dan Tefelsky will start that 40 machine on the very back of the field in heat race number 1.
Seven cars here for heat number 1. 4 of them going to go through. 3 of them going to make a trip to the B main. Should now have enough cars for B main as well. We're going to have 22 in the server now as Tyler Goodwin and Jacob Crawford make a last-minute appearance. So we will see them near the more, I think, Goodwin got a lap in. So we're going to see Jacob Crawford in heat number 3, I want to say.
Probably going to be one of those back row challenge deals between he and Schilling. So
Crawford right now is not listed in a heat.
So you may have gotten in after qualifying was pretty much over, and you will not get put into a heat race if you're not in the server before that time runs out. So
I think he had literally just into the server like 10 seconds after qualifying had wrapped up before the session had even changed over. So
you won't get in one if it goes to zeros first. So green this time out of turn number 4. It'll be time to kick off the evening. Or like I said, round number 12 right at the midway point. We're taking a couple of weeks off in between the first half and the second half, but that pace car is going to head off of the track. And wow, Ryan Fisher nails the throttle, and I think they're supposed to wait on the initial start until green, and it is on the leader after that, but he is going to drop himself all the way to the back, and Burnside, Bittinger, Duggar, all going to get in a big mess out of 4. I think everybody was trying to wait for that to happen, and Burnside slowed down because they were going to regroup the field. I think Bittinger went by. Duggar tried to check up. I mean, it just looks like chaos because no one was sure what was going on because Ryan Fisher, on the initial start, took off right after the pace car left the track. So we will regroup the guys. I don't know if there's too much damage for some of them to continue or not, but I think they're going to put them in an order and restart them up here. It looks like Bittinger's car is destroyed on the front end. Yeah, that thing's pushed up, down, sideways, pushed back a little bit. Yeah, the back end is absolutely gone.
Bittinger's car looks pretty roughed up. John Burnside's rear end looks pretty roughed up. I think all of these guys' rear ends kind of look a little roughed up. Jason Enoch, their leader, kind of roughed up, and Gold Duggar's got quite a bit of damage as well. His front end is pretty caved in, and his rear end is pretty not looking like supposed to, so a lot of these guys are going to be dealing with some damage here, but Jason Enoch still going to be your leader.
Yeah, it looks like I said, everybody kind of checked up because they weren't sure what was going on because Fisher kind of got a little bit of a jump right there, and when they started checking up, guys pushing from behind, guys trying to get out of the way, and that's what you end up with cars looking like the 11 car, He's mashed on the front, mashed on the right, mashed on the left, mashed in the back. 69 car the same way. So we'll get these guys grouped back up. They're going to restart. And I guess you just let the chips fall where they may. I think they'll put Fisher all the way to the back. But we'll just kind of see what happens here on the restart. Hopefully they'll get it going on time this time.
Yep. Pace car going to pull into the pit lane this time by 2x2, and the rest of them have an EOL, so unfortunately they're going to have to stay single file out.
Robert says that'll all buff right out. I seriously doubt that, but we can sure throw some elbow grease to her and see what she does. I think it's going to take some sheet metal work. Somebody's going to have to get the ball peen hammer or something. Maybe we throw them across the tire, get a rubber mallet going here. Right now, it looks like Caden Carlson, the 12 car on the top, is going to grab the lead coming out of turn 4. But Enoch trying to find some grip, just didn't find enough. And so under the green flag, Caden Carlson will lead the official first lap. And then it's Enoch Coldugger hanging on to third. Here comes Ryan Fisher, started at the back. Now he is up to 4th. He's making a big run. Just, that car pristine. He kind of was the reason for all that, and he's going to be the one that kind of escapes with, little to no damage and a chance to go up here and maybe even challenge for the lead with 4 laps to go. Duggar falls to 4th, then Bittinger, Burnside, Tefelsky way at the back in the 40 machine, but we're going to get up here to the front because Enoch is going after our leader in turns 3 and 4.
Definitely Jason Enoch. That 66 car looking very optimistic to see what he can get done on the 12-star car, of Caden Carlson. Of course, Caden Carlson, a nephew of a pretty prominent Wisconsin racer here in Wisconsin, Chris Carlson, a modified driver from southern Wisconsin who pretty much dominated his local running this season. So Caden got a lot to live up to, and he is doing really well, but Ryan Fisher passed Jason Enoch that last lap, and him and Carlson get a little bit together, a little bit of rough and toughen, and that's going to allow Jason Enoch to jump to the top side, and he's going to have momentum out of turn 3 and 4. Move Jason Enoch up to the top of the scoring pile on 2 to go here. Caden Carlson, though, going to try a look at a slide job, just could not have it cleared fast enough. He's going to have to pull right behind Enoch once again, and he's going to see what he can get here into turns 3 and 4. Enoch on the top side just has the momentum, and unfortunately for Carlson, it just doesn't look like it's going to be working out for him. White flags out here for Jason Enoch.
Yeah, Enoch going to grab the top spot momentum. Track's starting to get a little bit wider, but that means the top side more into it. Now the battles for 2nd and 3rd. Carlson's got Fisher down the inside. Fisher with the slider across. Can Carlson cross him over? Enoch will win Heat 1. That's going to be Carlson in 2nd. Fisher in 3rd. Cole Duggar with that big amount of damage on the 11 car. He is going to hang on to 4th. Then Bittinger, Burnside, and Tefelsky rounding things out. So we'll get ready to head down for heat race number 2. Go through our starting lineup. Let's go to the 1525 Motorsports driver Tyler Goodwin in the 7 car on the pole, and on his outside in Brothers Racing number 64. That's Randy Brunner. Your 2nd row inside, Nick Sobiek. He's in the 95 car tonight. Normally we see him in the 23. And on his outside the 22, that's Nate Sievert. Your 3rd row on the inside, going to be Chris Johnson in the 112 car, and on his outside, Mike Lemanchik, the 8. And shotgun on this field tonight, Keegan Bush in the 27. That's Keegan Bush Motorsports entered car back there. He is way back here. That's the brightly colored. And it's got some yellow trim on it. It's got kind of a seafoam green color over the black. Looks pretty good. We'll see if we can bring that 27 car closer to the front by the time we complete our 8 heat race laps.
Definitely going to be interesting. That Keegan Bush car, if anybody was wondering, made by Skis Graphics, David Konjerski. Make sure to get in touch with him if you're looking for an iRacing or even a real life wrap. Doing a really good job. Fortunately,
David him on track in a while.
Last week, actually, or 2 weeks ago, he was here at Volusia, I remember. But yeah, work he's said is getting in the way of stuff, and of course, with the racing season about to start, he's getting to do a lot of wraps for a lot of cars, and they're all looking quite good. So Skis Graphics, make sure to check them out on Facebook. Just a nice little shout out to a local business here. Pace car going to make his way off of pit road. Tyler Goodwin going to bring them to the green flag. Green flag goes, and Brunner gets a big jump on the field, Randy Brunner, and I don't know how that's going to fan out, as Brunner going to slow down on the top side. I think he's going to let the positions get on back. Does the same thing that Fisher did in the first heat. So
and he did it with way less contact to all the other cars.
That too. So Randy Brunner going to move down into the 4th place spot. Still Tyler Goodwin out in front with Nick Sobiak right behind him in that 95 car. Nate Sievert on the bottom side, that purple, blue, and kind of yellowish car, trying to do a good job in staying with them. But once again, the top line, the momentum line, the one to be on, and that's going to really hurt Sievert as Sobiak just pulls right past him. Start of lap 3 here. Then you got a little bit further in the back, Chris Johnson throwing a slide job on Randy Brunner. Brunner going to turn right back down under him, try to drive right under him. Keegan Bush back there down in 6th, and Mike Lemanchik follows in 7th. Lemanchik hitting some issues, I think, a little bit earlier on, finds himself a ways back from the pack. We still got a fight here, I'd say, for last transfer spots.
Yeah, Johnson and Brunner have been going at it. Brunner just can't find the right momentum line to clear and keep Johnson behind him. So Chris Johnson sitting there in 4th. He's trying to chase down Sievert. Sobiak, good one out in front, has been there since pretty much the drop, and he is starting to get away from Sobiak. He stretched that thing out to over half a second. Now it starts to close up in 3 and 4. It'll grow down here as we get down to the end of the front stretch. 3 to go that time by. And right now they are single file through your first 4. 5 at Brunner, and then Keegan Bush and Mike Lemanchik. Lemanchik quite a ways back, the 8 car really off the pace. Running right through the middle of the track, and I don't know if that's probably the proper line to run. Looks like there's a lot less grip there than there is about right where he's at now. So Lemanchik still learning the ropes, but at least he's out there giving it a rip. We'll go back to our top 3 as it looks like Sobiak maybe going to make a late race run here and trying to steal the heat race win.
Nick Sobiak at number 95 has looked very strong this entire race. He's going to look down to the bottom. Big slider from Nick Sobiak. Tyler Goodwin going to pull right back down under him. They're going to be side by side heading down the back straightaway. What do they do to see what they can get done? Down to turns 3 and 4. A little bit of contact between Goodwin and Sobiak. Goodwin going to push Sobiak out of the way a little bit. Tyler Goodwin gets the heat win. Nick Sobiak finishes in 2nd. Nate Sievert 3rd. Chris Johnson finds himself in 4th.
Now Brenner Bush and Lemanchik going to be heading to that LCQ. And really, it's not an LCQ. They're just going to get into their final starting positions from the B main.
Actually, I actually want to say it isn't to be an LCQ because there's only 20 cars that make the feature, and there are currently 21 cars checked in.
I thought we were at 22, so a little different for this one, but that's all right. Here's our starting grid for our 3rd and final heat race. On the pole will be Hull Performance number 32 of Skylar Woods, and on his outside, in another Brunner Brothers Racing entry, that's the 46 car of John Brunner. Team Outlaw driver Kip Duggar, the 048 inside row 2, with the 25 of Rob Warren starting to his outside. Your 3rd row, that's going to be the Black Flag Racing number 10 of Tony Iskowski. And next to him, Colin Skinzalewski in the 5. And a shotgun on the field. He's driving the 70 car. That's another Brandon Hall entry. It says W1 on it. He went back to an old paint scheme. So maybe hoping for a little different luck. I don't know. He was doing pretty good in the 70, but he's going to put the W1 on the side of it this week. And pocket full of change, J.J. Schilling will start shotgun in heat number 3.
A little bit of a retro look there from Jason Schilling. Really liked it. Gives me I don't know what kind of decade vibes that would give me. Of course.
Yeah, I'm not even sure whose car that is that he's emulating, to be completely fair with you, but Jason doesn't need a reason to do weird things. Let me tell you.
Oh, it's Jason Schilling. Weird Things should be his name. Let's see what he can get done starting shotgun on the field. Pace car going to pull off. Green flag here out heat number 3. Even start between Brunner and Woods. They're going to be side by side heading down the front straightaway. Woods going to run up to the top side, get a good slider, and get past Brunner on the top side. They fan out, fighting for the last transfer title. Contact between Brunner and the 30
Rob
car.
Warren.
That's going to be Rip Rob Warren, so the 25 car. Number 14 kind of messing with me up. Anthony Ichkowski in the back, getting a little bit out of shape.
There's a caution.
There's the caution.
Yeah, Kip Duggar and Rob Warren getting together in Rob Warren's car. He is out of the stadium, folks. We're going to watch from right here on the inside. Down at the front stretch there, you saw it. The 048 comes across the track. Warren's car up over the fence, and once you clear that white fence, you are straight back to pit road. So
unfortunately for Warren, that's going to put him in the pits. Kip Duggar going to get end of line penalty. He's going to move to the back, being at fault. He admitted it, so a little not hard feelings between the two guys, but let's see what's going to happen. It's going to be Woods and Brunner, your top two. Then we're going to find Schilling all the way up in third place already behind Ichkowski, or in front of Ichkowski, and Skinzalewski with it's going to be Rob Warren. I'm sorry, no, Kip Duggar, my mistake. At the back. Lights go off on pace car.
I don't even know where the pace car is at.
Pace car is out of 2 right now. Skylar Woods keeping him at a nice 45 miles per hour, which is very strange. And see what everybody is gonna do. I have gotten a little word from a certain Ryan Fisher. JJ's scheme is a 2003 Jimmy Wildman Watson scheme.
Yeah, I saw that come through the chat.
Yep.
Just
So
a minute
thanks
ago
to Ryan
from somebody
Fisher
else. Well, actually,
saying
I don't
that.
know if Kelly Fisher got it there first, but one of the Fishers got it to us. Yeah. I saw that in the chat a few minutes ago.
Which now is making me go look up that car on one of my 3 monitors, because I want to see what that car looks like.
Well, apparently it looks like the one there starting on the inside of row number 2.
Exactly.
Maybe we won't call him Pocket Full of Change. Maybe we'll call him Stranger Things from now on.
Ooh, I like that. That's a great idea, Roger. Green flag back out here in heat number 3. Schilling to the bottom. He's going to try to get around Brunner here on the bottom. Little bit of a good run there for Schilling. He's going to try, not clear, to pull up in front of Brunner. Schilling, though, looking to already go. Woods and Brunner get together. That's going to allow Schilling to move up to the top side. He is going to take the lead. Maybe not, because Brunner's going to have it at the end of lap 3. What a great lap right there.
A good lap for the 46. He's going to give it all back now, it looks like, as Schilling's going to use the top side to take the spot. And Schilling's car way out wide in 3 and 4. He's going to cut down a little bit. Good run there. Here comes Woods back, and Brunner slams the door at the end of the front stretch, but I don't think that's going to hold, as Woods is going to go right across the nose of the slider. Great battle here for second and third. They're allowing Schilling to get away, so we're going to keep our eyes right here. Skylar Woods and John Brunner going at it pretty much door to door. Great run there as we're inside 3 laps to go. Kip Duggar's up to 4th. Ichkowski, Skinzalewski 5th and 6th.
Pack have started to fan out now, and everybody's single filed out to 2 laps to go. Schilling is still out in front. Gotta say, did a little research there on Schilling's car just now. Jimmy Wildman Watson. Thought I recognized the name, and it used to be a crew member on a Martin Truex's car back when he ran the 77 car, so that is a throwback as the white flag comes out here for Schilling. Still fanned out, Schilling up about a good distance away, about a second gap to the cars behind him. That's going to allow him to get the win in heat number 3 from the back. Woods, Brunner, and Duggar are going to finish in second, third, and fourth, with Ichkowski and the last car was going to be Skinzalewski. Reborn having to make a trip to the B main.
So B main and 9 scheduled. I guess 7 are moving on. Is that what we've got? Or 6?
7 are scheduled, 8 go through. So this is actually going to be a fight for starting position.
Okay. So let's get down here and look at the starting grid. It'll be Bittinger and Brunner, Randy Brunner, row 1. Ichkowski and Burnside in row 2. Keegan Bush and Colin Skinzalewski, row 3. Row 4, Dan Tofelsky and Mike Lemanchik. And Rob Warren will start shotgun after his unfortunate incident in his heat race. But at least he'll have a shot to make it into tonight's A main. You say 8 are transferring?
Yep. 8 are going to transfer.
12, that's right. Yeah, that would be perfectly right. That's
8 are going to transfer 9 cars in this race. I am not a great counter. and I
one
realize
poor fool is going to have to call it
Yep.
a night.
I realized I had my result on heat number 3, so 1 car going to miss the show here. Unfortunate for them. Hope to see them in 3 weeks' time for the street stocks. Let's go off on the pace truck. Bittinger has been very strong this season so far, and had a few good runs going, and hoping to see him get further up a little bit. And Brunner, same goes for Randy. He's had some good runs this season so far, but make for an interesting B main.
Yeah, with just one car getting eliminated, short B main, 8 laps. These guys are going to really have to work hard for their positions. And somebody's going to end up on the short end of the stick no matter what you do.
Exactly, as the green flag comes out here. B main underway. Good start for Randy Brunner. He's going to pull right away from Bittinger. Brunner on the top side. Bittinger going to try and slide up. Not clear. Forces Brunner a little higher up. Ooh, Brunner gets a little tap of the wall. Got a little out of shape there. Out of 2. That's going to allow Bittinger to take the lead once again. Oh, Burnside. Big bouncing through the corner. He got into Brunner there. He's able to keep it straight. Still a fight here for the second place spot between a few cars. Keegan Bush, Randy Brunner fighting. Bush gets a little bit sideways. Commentators curse there. He's going to fall back all the way to 5th place. Ichkowski finding himself now behind Brunner and Burnside. That next car on the top side in that 55. Trying to see what he can get done. We're already 3 laps in, and Pack has started to space themselves out.
Rob Warren already got damage on the right side of the 25 car, but he is your transfer car at the moment. Mike Lemanchik a good bit back, and he's got damage on the left rear corner, so I'm wondering if those two maybe got together at the start. And Lemanchik looked like he's going to be the odd man out right now. A peek on the 5 car here. Colin Skinzalewski sitting in 6th. And he has got Dan Tafilski and Robert Warren right behind him. Doesn't want to get on the bubble because one mistake and the next thing you know you're loaded on the trailer, you're headed to the house. But we'll go closer to the front, 2nd place. Randy Brunner about 0.8 of a second behind race leader Scott Bittinger. And then it is another 1.2 seconds back to Tony Itzkowski. Keegan Bush falling back from that. And John Burnside making up the top 5. We're getting down here. 3 laps to go this time.
Definitely 3 laps to go, and Bittinger doing a good job being able to stay away from Randy Brunner. A lot of guys still, though, have a lot of race to go with coming to 2. No cars really around each other, so as long as everybody keeps it straight and clean, we'll go. Big move there from Brunner, trying to catch a little bit of speed and see what he can get done. Not really anything for him with 2 to go, as Bittinger going to move around the track going into turn 3 and 4, and he's going to come to see the white flag this time by.
Yeah, Brunner decided to change the line. You can't get around a guy, especially if you're following his tire tracks, and you may not be going any faster. But I think he's losing a lot of time here on the bottom. But it's a good test. He knows he's going to the show, going to use it to see what he can do in the feature tonight. Bittinger will transfer to the A main. Brunner will go with him. Then it's Kowski and Bush. Burnside, Skinzalewski, Warren. And it looks like Tafelski's going to hang on for that 8th and final transfer spot. And the only odd man out tonight, Mike Lemanchik, going to finish 9th in the B main. That'll end his run this evening. So we'll get ready to put these guys on the track here for 30 laps in our A main. No warm-up session is what it's looking like to me.
I was going to say the good news for Mike Lemanchik, you can go check out the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Have a little nice adventure through there. No, I plan on going there a little later on in the year.
All right, so it will be Jason Enoch and Tyler Goodwin in row number 1, and with Goodwin on the front row, these guys are going to have some fun trying to catch up. But J.J. Schilling will start inside row number 2 with Caden Carlson on his outside. Then it's going to be Nick Sobiek, and Skylar Woods in row 3. Row 4, Ryan Fisher, Nate Siebert, John Brunner, and Cole Duggar in row number 5. Row 6, Chris Johnson and Kip Duggar. Your 7th row, Scott Bittinger and Randy Brunner. Tony Iskowski and Keegan Bush in row number 8. Row 9, John Burnside and Colin Skinzalewski, and then Robert Warren and Dan Tefelsky making their way through from the B main.
We can see what these guys can get done here. 30 laps going to be the distance tonight. With a lot of these guys getting ready to go now. Jason Enoch did a good job getting the win at heat number 1. His reward starting on the pole, and the feature. My mistake. I got that Monday Night Thunder dash in my head. Monday Night Thunder off next tomorrow night. So.
Yep, no racing this week on the Dirt Racing Network. I don't think Tuesday nights. I don't know if Dominic is going to be covering PRO with week number 1 or not, if we're going to wait until week 2 to cover them, because I'll be out of town. But I think if anything will be on the network, it will be only PRO. Their new season starting on Tuesday. But we got 30 laps of feature ready to go here. Hales Corner Speedway Sim Series Pro Late Models, week number 12, round 6 for the Pro Lates, and the green flag is in the air. We are underway.
Showtime here at Knoxville. Enoch, good start. He's going to pull away. Oh, Schilling gets into Enoch. Big wreck, big crash, big pile up, parking lot, multiple cars involved. We got 2 cars on their lids. Schilling on his side trying to get himself around. He slowly and surely and sadly falls on his roof. Caution is out. Let's see what happens.
W1 car, middle of the screen right there, goes into 1 and 2. Tries to run the slider line, clips the right rear corner. Starts a massive chain reaction. Enoch is upside down. Schilling going to end up upside down. And that would not bode well for his chances this evening. Several cars were involved, but it's going to change things because the front Sobiek's going to have the lead now, it looks like. Did Goodwin end up having to check up? Maybe Goodwin will have it. Looks like Sobiek's out in front of the pace car for some reason. And it's scoring him as being in first place, but he is not. So it's Goodwin, Carlson, Woods, Fisher, and Sievert right now, our top 5. And you can see Carlson's car, right rear corner, is mashed up a little bit. Left rear corner on Goodwin's car, and I'm sure that was from checking up, guys behind not having time to react. And a lot of these things, they end up just being chain reactions. Nobody's real fault, but your car gets tore up. Now you're going to have to fight that for 27 more laps around here. Here we go. Sobiek slowing the car on the inside in 1 and 2. I'm sure we're going to put him in his correct position here. Now it looks like he is going to restart on the inside of row number 2, right next to Skyler Wood. Then behind him going to be Ryan Fisher and Nate Sievert, John Brunner and Cole Duggar, Chris Johnson and Randy Brunner. So 26 laps remaining. 4 cars look like they're out of this one. Warren, Enoch, Tefelsky, and Schilling as we get ready to go back to green. And Tyler Goodwin took off, did not waste any time getting to the front right there. As soon as the pace car was out of his way, he stomped the throttle. And he is going to lead them into 3 and 4 with Sobiek right behind Ryan Fisher. Working that bottom, got the left front up on the berm. Wasn't able to do anything with it. Just got the car to rotate a little bit more than I think he wanted to. He got all the weight on the right rear when he put the throttle in. She started to spin the tire a little bit. Didn't stick. Here comes Cole Duggar on the outside. Oh, car cutting across. Carlson tried to go from the fence down. I think he slowed because he jumped the cushion. And he came right across the nose of Sievert right there. We watched that happen live. And nothing really Sievert can do. He gets up underneath the back end, spins him out, so that is going to move Carlson to the back, and it's going to reshuffle things here.
And I'll tell you what, that caution saved Tyler Goodwin Nick Sobiak, while we were watching that chaos unfold at the back, had actually made a move in turn 2 on Tyler Goodwin and had him cleared. Goodwin was able to pull back by him, but then Sobiak had a run, and the caution had come out just before the line, so Tyler Goodwin inherits the lead on the last lap scoring. So he gets somewhat lucky.
Well, sometimes the caution comes out at the right time and saves you if you've made a mistake. And sometimes, if you've made the mistake, you are the caution. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Carlson back there.
Yep. And it's unfortunate for him as he's going to fall back a little ways. Guy's going to start to wolf file. Gonna head back green here.
So Goodwin, Sobiek, Sievert, Woods, Duggar, Fisher, Johnson, Brunner, Bush, and I think that's it. Your top 10 right there. Driver's moving around on that pylon because just the nose of the car getting in front of the other driver. It's wherever your receiver's at. Green flag back in the air, and Goodwin went straight from the bottom right to the top in front of Sobiek. He's going to try to grab and hold on to the lead. Woods went to the bottom in 1 and 2, had a shot for just a second. He falls all the way to third down the backstretch. Sievert still hanging around up there on the top line. He's in fourth, gets his nose cut off completely. He's going to go to the bottom. Woods just moved the car right from the bottom to the top. We're going to go watch these guys. They're 3 wide with Cole Duggar on the bottom. And Duggar goes 2 for 1 off the bottom in turns 1 and 2. So 5 in the books, and things starting to get pretty racy here.
Big moves from Cole Duggar, able to pull himself up into the third place spot. Goodwin, though, still with the lead on the bottom side. Sobiak about to lose position to Cole Duggar. 3 wide for the lead. Sobiak around the outside, Duggar around the berm. That's going to push Goodwin a bit further back as Skylar Wood's going to try to fight him now. Goodwin, in a span of a lap, goes from first to fourth. Big moving around the field here as we coming to 8 laps in. A big fight now for the lead is going to ensue.
Yeah, it looks like Duggar has found something down on the bottom. And he is going to work that 11 car right against the berm. Sobiek trying to run the momentum line on the top, and the momentum is just not there in the 95 car. So he has given up big chunks at a time. That time, slide job from Duggar. This is going to pull Sobiek down on the inside. Not quite enough. He's going to probably need to fall in line. He won't do it. He'll go for the slider and return in 1 and 2. No contact, but very close. So Duggar officially out in front by himself. No real challenge now. Sobiek starting to fall back. Skylar Woods in third, and those 3 drivers have broken away from fourth place. Tyler Goodwin. Goodwin on a massive backslide. As you can see, the left rear corner of that car really jacked up now. I don't know if that's causing him problems, but running through the slick can't be helping. Because Ryan Fisher, he cleared Bittinger and Brunner, and now he's on a mission. He's trying to close up here. I think he needs a well-timed caution to get back into this thing.
Definitely he does, as Duggar about a second lead now on the pack behind him. Cole Duggar just putting down some absolute fast laps, and still a fight for that second spot is going to be between. All right, man, caution is out. As the caution flag does come out. Now, I'll tell you what, I think this might be a competition caution.
I was getting ready to say, I don't see anything, and I didn't see anything in the crash log. So maybe somebody got a little sideways, and that was enough to trigger it. But we do not have an actual incident right now. So
I'll tell you actually what, it was manually thrown. So it is in fact a quote-unquote competition caution, if you will, at the end of lap 11.
All right. Well, they're going to get everybody bunched back up.
I will say, though, Oh, found your incident.
Okay.
Randy Brunner.
Just get sideways enough to trigger a caution.
Yep, Randy Brunner at the end of lap 10.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense because I didn't see anything with contact. I didn't see any any incident report. So had to be something like a simple past the 90-degree mark deal, and it triggered a caution.
It was a crash.
Huh. There was no red.
Warren was involved in it, and I think one or two other cars were involved in it. The weird thing about it, in fact, that we thought it was kind of just sideways, is it was an admin thrown caution. It was not a iRacing's going to throw the caution, which made me think that it was just kind of competition, but I think it was because iRacing didn't throw a caution for a wreck that was clearly obviously a wreck, but that is it. Cole Duggar can lead them back to green. Green flag back out here at Knoxville. He goes low. Sobiak goes high. And the caution comes out once again.
We're going to go to the back of the field this time. There is plenty of incident report in this one. I think it happens in front of Brunner right here. Oh, there you go. 112 car of Chris Johnson. Let's go back and watch the 112 car. He was in the middle of the pack. Skylar Woods blinks in front. He gets pushed from behind by Caden Carlson. Big chain reaction. You can see Burnside is in it. Tofelsky is in it. Yeah, a lot of cars involved in that one. So things going to shake just a little bit there as cautions breeding cautions. We're getting into a slowdown period. You can see the track really starting to get wide here. Big slick groove through the corners. So that's going to make the bottom and the top kind of work together here. And we may see a little bit of a racing action. So one guy go in low and stay there. One guy will go in high, stay up there, and hopefully they'll come out side by side, and we get to see some great door-to-door action in these last 18 or 19 laps here. And hi, Tim Nichols. I saw your message there, buddy.
Tim, woo!
I said he is hanging out down at the High Banks. Had a pretty good time there yesterday. He and the boys from the Lipsick Fire Department. He said there was a lot of trash talking and a lot of racing going on, so.
Yep, indeed. They start to double file back up, going green this time by, though. See what these guys can, in fact, get done here. Still Duggar and Sobiak, your front two. Cole Duggar seem to be the controller of the field so far. He'll control this restart. He goes as the pace car jumps off. Green flag is out here at Knoxville again, and another good start from Sobiak. He's able to pull and try to see what he could get. Try not to give Duggar as much of a leeway as he did. Duggar, though, going to pull right past him and keep that lead. Some fighting further back. A lot of cars up to the top side. Top side seems to be where the momentum is, and that's really going to help out Sobiak as he pulls to the top side. Duggar still on the bottom on that slick. Going to make it an interesting run here. Sobiak just has a little more momentum than Duggar out of the corners with this slick, but it's not enough to pull him up to the top.
I've been watching this battle from fourth on back right here. John Brunner got to the top in front of Ryan Fisher, and he's been kind of slowing him up, I think. That's allowing Bittinger to hang on to this group right here. So fourth, fifth, and sixth, right on top of one another. As you can see right in front of them, Goodwin's on the bottom. And the guys going to the bottom really aren't making up any ground. Now, they're not necessarily losing any. Sobiak's got a great run through 1 and 2, and I think 1 and 2 on the top, 3 and 4 on the bottom might be the way you want to go right now, at least for the next 5 or so laps. And then maybe you can go top. But if Sobiak's going to make up any ground, he's going to have to do it all in 1 and 2 because he doesn't gain an inch down in 3 and 4.
Definitely for sure there. Having some moves being made here for, like you said, the fourth position. Fisher finally looks and makes a move on Brunner, gets past him, but Sobiak still also trying to catch up to Duggar. Duggar moving his line just a little bit to see where the momentum is, and Duggar planted on the top side now, hitting that cushion. Brunner looking further back, trying to keep that 5th place spot. He's on the bottom side, but Binger gonna take away from him as John Brunner gonna move back down into 6th. A good run for Bittinger, your winner of B main, all the way up into 5th place from 13th. Cole Duggar all the way up from 10th to 1st, so a good run for Cole. Still some good fighting going on as we are coming to go next time by.
Yeah, now Cole Duggar starting to stretch this out, and he's finding some momentum up off the top in 3 and 4. Making the cut down work. He was running the slider line. Then he switched to the cut down line, and he went a couple of laps where he was right against the very top all the way around like he did right here in 1 and 2. And Sobiak just not able to close the gap very much. He's gotten about, I don't know, a half a tenth in the last 2 laps. But these guys bring it together and they take it away from each other. They're breaking away from Tyler Goodwin. Goodwin completely out of this right now. If he's going to battle for the lead, he's got to make up 2.5 seconds now, as that 7 car looks like it's struggling a little bit. Bittinger and Fisher going back at it. A little close quarters racing right there for 4th and 5th. A lot of good action going on. It's just not going on at the front right now.
Definitely, in a lot of these races, you look at back and that's where the fighting is happening. Those middle of the pack spots. Got a good battle for the 4th spot between Fisher and Binder. Fisher just does not have enough to get up to the back of Bittinger, and unfortunately for Fisher, that's going to cost him a spot or 2. But Bittinger doesn't have enough to get up to the back of Goodwin, so the pack's starting to single file out now, and everybody picking their lines and pretty much staying on them, as we are coming up to 6 to go, and a lot of these guys, it's going to be go time, especially for Nick Sobiak, who has run to the bumper of Cole Duggar a little bit here. Some lap car is going to be in the way as well. First one is, can't exactly make out who that car is. Yep, Tefelsky. He's going to be the first of the lap cars. So you got Ichkowski and Kip Duggar.
Little tiptoe action right there as the 40 got really wiggly out of 2 down the backstretch, and Duggar had to take evasive maneuvers. Not going to let him open up much. Sobiak with a big mistake, and he's really going to have to slow the car down. He's going to lose some speed, lose some distance. He was down to about 3/10. Now it's about 7. I think if Cole Duggar can get around these 2 cars, it's pretty much going to seal it up for him.
Definitely going to get intense here for the last few laps. Sobiak with that lap traffic just was not able to get anything done, and unfortunately for him, it's going to cost him. But he's got just a few laps to go to see what he can do. 2 laps to go to be exact. Cole Duggar takes the 2 to go, started in 10th place, see what he can get done with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, Sobiak trying to run the top. He's going to try to use that momentum. He has just got too much distance, 1 full second down the backstretch to make up. Nothing in front of Duggar to hold him up. Sobiak trying to cut down right there. Lost 3/10 on that lap. So long as Duggar keeps it facing forward, I think we're going to talk to him in victory circle tonight as he's going to head into the 3 and 4. Nothing going to stop him except himself for the last 2 corners. Down the front stretch, along to the checkered flag. Cole Duggar wins week number 12. Nick Sobiak is second. And Tyler Goodwin is going to come home in 3rd tonight. Might want to hop down there, tell those guys, make sure they stay in their cars. Zach, you might want to jump down there, make sure these guys stay in their cars through the interviews, please.
Yep.
So we'll bring our top 3 around on the front stretch.
User left your channel.
We will get them into chat here. And we will get ready to go down here and talk to Tyler Goodwin.
give me the word, Roger, and I'll pull Tyler up here, and you can take
Yep.
it away.
All right, let's talk to Tyler real quick.
User was moved to your channel.
Tyler, good one. You got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, she's a little bit worse for the wear, a little beat up, a little banged up, but you bring her home in third, man. Tell us about your feature run tonight.
Yeah, at the beginning of the race, I don't know what happened. I mean, it just went into a blur, so I got tied up in that mess, but it filed out, kind of tried to figure my life out, where to run and whatnot, and got my stuff together and came home with the third.
Yeah, it looked like towards the end, Sobiek and Duggar just had a lot under the hood, and they were really getting away from you there. Was the damage on the car affecting how she was handling?
No, the handling of the car it was pretty good throughout the whole race. The only issue I had was going in through between 3 and 4. There was kind of that bump that kind of get your car to straighten out. But I mean, the damage, I really don't see it from my point of view. But my spotter obviously said my car's kind of trash. So.
Well, a great run nonetheless. Third as we reach the halfway point in all these series, and we're just looking forward to seeing what you can do in the second half, man. Who do you got to thank for the great run tonight?
I'd like to thank Central Services for sponsoring the event. You guys at DSRL, putting on a great show like always. 1525 Motorsports, Rob, Drake, and Jacob. Always love to see them out here. Milkman Designs, Jake Apple Concrete, and yeah, and then obviously my family.
All right, man. Congrats again on a great run. Look forward to seeing you in about 2 weeks, I guess, maybe 3.
Yeah, take care, Roger.
All right. Tyler, good one. Your third place finisher. Let's move on. Talk to Nick Sobiek. There we go.
Indeed, we will. Up our second place finisher on the night, Nick Sobiek in the 95 car. You got a copy?
Sure.
Yep. Well, it was definitely an interesting race from you from 5th to 2nd. Tell us a little bit about that run. Started to chase down Cole, but those lap cars seemed to get in the way a little bit.
Yeah, I killed some of my momentum. First lap, I made it through the wreck, which was good, and kind of through there, seeing Cole coming on the bottom, and just fast racer, couldn't keep up with them. Lap traffic came and had pace. I just kind of screwed myself at the end.
One thing I was wondering throughout that entire race is the one having to change myself. What's the reason behind the number 95 now?
That's just because my number wasn't there, I guess. I don't know. So my number was just 95 for tonight. I'm going to change it back to 23.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, had a good run to say the least. Who do you got on the car this week that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, it was definitely fun playing this game. I want to thank Chris Johnson, Nate, everyone in the Discord. My dad, my mom, Franklin Motorsports, Briggs and Stratton, just everyone that kind of supports me and I talk to. So it was a fun night. I don't race this game too much anymore, but it's definitely fun.
Well, it was definitely a good run for you. We'll let you go and celebrate your second place finish. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
User was moved out
Nick Sobiek, your second place finisher, and we're going to get our winner up here and let Roger take it away.
Cole Duggar, you got a copy?
I got you, Roger.
Well, man, a great run. Got out front. You got a little bit of a challenge kind of towards the middle of this thing, and then when you get in lap traffic, that kind of evaporates. You come home with a win tonight. Tell us about your feature.
Yeah, it was a big wreck there at the beginning, and I think a lot of the fast cars took some damage. Unfortunately, I think Goodwin had quite a bit of damage, and Sobiek as well, and I think Sievert, he was pretty quick too. I think he had some damage on the right rear. Fortunately for me, I don't think I had any damage really. I felt the brush on the left quarter, but post inspection, I don't think I had any damage.
Didn't see a whole lot of damage on the car. Looked like the track changed quite a bit, and you were able to run multiple lines. What made you start moving around and trying different lines there about 10 to go?
Yeah, there was a few times there where Sobiek started gaining on me, and I thought, I should probably try a slider line, probably try the top. And I think the slider line and the top line was fastest there with about 10 to 5 left, and then there at the end, I think 5 to go at the end. It was probably just all bottom, but yeah, you could really run the track anywhere just about for laps 10 to 20 or so.
Well, nonetheless, you come home with the victory tonight. I'm sure you got some shout-outs and some thank yous.
Yeah, I got to thank Jerry Designs for, as always, Scott Binder and Beard Oil. Got to thank you guys for the broadcast, Hales Corner and Central Services for putting the league on, and thanks for having me.
All right, man. Congratulations again. See you in a couple of weeks when we come back. Our winner tonight, Cole Duggar. Let's check out our results. Duggar wins it. Sobiek was second. Goodwin was third. Bittinger in fourth. Fisher was fifth. Sievert comes home in sixth. Seventh went to Jason Enoch. John Brunner comes home eighth. Skylar Woods in ninth. Randy Brunner in 10th. Then it's Bush in 11th. Carlson 12th. 13th to Schilling. Itzkowski 14th. Kip Duggar was 15th. Tofelsky 16th. 17th to Colin Skinzalewski. 18th to John Burnside. And 19th, Chris Johnson. 20th was Rob Warren. Rounding out the entire field tonight. So halfway, we're going to take a couple of weeks off. I won't see you for at least a week and a half here, Zach. We'll be back that's the 14th for Monday Night Thunder. Ooh, Valentine's Day. That'll make a lot of girlfriends and wives upset. But we're going to do it anyway. So we'll be back on the 14th with some racing. I won't see you until then, man. Thanks for helping out. As always, appreciate it.
Thanks for having me in the booth.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us tonight. Don't forget to check on Tuesday. I will have Dom post something if he is going to be covering the PRO series because they kick off this week back on Tuesday nights with their awesome dirt racing series. They're going to go back and forth, and I know the 360 Sprint car, one of the late models. I can't remember which one, but they are going back to a late model, getting out of the big block. So I'm trying to find out if Dom is on that. I'll have him post something. Until then, we won't be back until the 14th, guys. We appreciate you tuning in each and every night. Thank you for your attendance. Your support means a lot to us. Till we see you the next time. For Zach Krieger, Dominic Nassim.